Hello students, today we are going to take a new topic of your syllabus, that is atropine. Today we will study the production of atropine, the techniques which are used for production of atropine, the isolation of atropine and the utilization of atropine. If you see atropine, if you heard the word atropine, your brain ultimately goes to some atropa. You have studied atropa. So yes, atropine is isolated from atropa or atropa species. Specifically, if you look on the basis of the pharmacological category, it is actually an anticholinergic drug. Atropine is an anticholinergic drug. It is isolated from the leaves of Atropa belladonna. The plant Atropa belladonna is also known as deadly nightshade, and the plant belongs to the family Solanaceae. So we are going to isolate atropine from the leaves of Atropa belladonna, and the plant belongs to the family Solanaceae. If you look at the structure of atropine, this is the structure of atropine, and if you see that that atropine, it is composed of two main parts. It's an alkaloid. Atropine is an alkaloid, and it is composed of two main parts: the tropane nucleus and the tropic acid. So if you see the structure carefully, then you will come to know that actually chemically atropine is an ester. It is an ester of tropine and tropic acid. It's an ester of tropine and tropic acid, or you can simply call it tropine tropate. Tropine tropate. So this is the structure of atropine, which we are going to isolate using some phytochemical methods. So if you look at the mechanism of action, how this chemical is going to act on your body. So if you look at the picture, this is the cellular membrane, and on the cellular membrane you are having the muscarinic receptor. These muscarinic receptors, they are activated by acetylcholine. So what atropine does? Atropine is a competitive inhibitor or competitive antagonist of acetylcholine. So when you take atropine, it blocks the activities of acetylcholine and induces its effects. So this is the key lock mechanism, and this is the key. This is supposed to attach with this, and the receptor gets activated. But when you take atropine, then what atropine do? It blocks the activation of or the linkage of acetylcholine to the muscarinic receptor. So in this way, it competitively inhibits the functioning of acetylcholine. So this is all about the mode of action or mechanism of action, how atropine is going to work on your body. So when it act on your body, so suppose if we take an example of its action on our eyes, it is said that atropine causes the mydriasis. Mydriasis means dilatation of the pupil. So it blocks the activity of acetylcholine. So acetylcholine was supposed to cause the constriction, but because we have taken atropine, so atropine caused or blocked the action of acetylcholine, and it causes mydriasis or the dilation or the dilatation of the pupil. It also reduces the flow of tear when you instill the drops of atropine in your eyes. You must have gone to an ophthalmologist for checking of your eye. So for proper and deep checkup of your eyes and the internal organs, doctors they instill a liquid or drops, 2-3 drops of liquid in your eye, and the nurse told them to wait for 15-20 minutes, and then the doctor will call to you. So in that particular time, what happened, when you instill the drops in your eyes, the drops were of atropine sulfate or atropine salt, any atropine salt. So what happened when it instill in your eye, it causes the dilation of the pupil and your pupil will be dilated. Okay. So in this way, when you go to the doctor will examine your eyes carefully and he will see that if there is any if there is any disorder in your eye, and he will carry out the complete examination of your eyes. And there is, if you look at the physical properties of atropine, atropine exists as in the form of a racemic mixture. Atropine exists in the form of a racemic mixture, and the racemic mixture contains equal quantities of L-hyoscyamin and D-hyoscyamin, levorotatory hyoscyamin and dextrorotatory hyoscyamin. It exists in the form of white crystalline needles or white crystalline powder. It exists in the form of white crystalline powder. It is highly soluble in water. So it is very important to know the solubility issue, as we have discussed in earlier classes also. So it is highly soluble in water, and we can use the aqueous solutions for isolation of atropine. So if you look at the molecular weight, it has got a molecular weight of 289.4, and it exists as a racemic mixture or an enantiomeric mixture of L and D hyoscyamin. As per your syllabus, we also have to study how we can isolate the atropine in the pure form or in the crude form for its medicinal use. So we have designed a procedure or a method for isolation of atropine. We took the drug powder, the leaves of Atropa bellodana, and the leaves powder is moistened with potassium carbonate, and that moistened leaves, they are extracted with your chloroform, and then the chloroform extract is filtered, and the filtrate thus obtained, it is evaporated to dryness using rotary vacuum evaporator. The dried residue we obtained after extraction, the chloroform extract dried residue, we took we exposed this residue to be digested by the dilute sulfuric acid H2SO4, and after digestion with dilute H2SO4, we make the extract or the mixture alkaline using potassium carbonate. After making, as soon as we add the potassium carbonate in the mixture, the atropine present in the mixture, it starts to form precipitate. Atropine precipitated, and it was crystallized and purified. The atropine thus we obtained are then crystallized and purified and recrystallized using ethanol or any other suitable solvent to get the white crystals of atropine.